What is happening at JGamerDude here? Originally, I wasn't going to make a video about this, but because my videos about, TV and movies generally don't do particularly well, but then again, I feel like, for the most part, my videos generally don't tend to do well, so it is what it is. Let's talk about how badly Borderlands has flopped. So in terms of actual numbers, for money we're looking at is $125 million in terms of actual budget, with only making up about $8 million in the first weekend's box office domestically in the US, and worldwide I think it was only 6 to 7 mil, so it only made $15 million in the first weekend. That being said, however, or rather the first week, but as far as like the actual user reviews, well, not user reviews, as far as critical reception goes, it is done very, very poorly. So what we're looking at is wait, what's up with this video reader? Jesus Christ. Okay, so it started off at a very solid 0% on the tomato meter before slowly reaching up to a 9% eventually, and this is actually the highest I've ever seen it. At 140 reviews, only 14 have been rated fresh, so it's sitting at a 10% on the tomato meter, which is crazy to think about. Because that's very low. So at least it's not an inherent 0%, which I feel like might be the most beneficial thing to say about it. And it's sitting at a 52% on the audience score at the moment. But again, Rotten Tomatoes is probably not the best place to look at, movie scores. But then again, Metacritic isn't the best either, where it's sitting at a 27, which is generally unfavorable in the... Oh, I'm going to pause this because I don't want to get copyright struck or anything like that. 27 on the critics Metascore with a 1.6 on the user. So generally unfavorable with an overwhelming dislike of the whole thing. That is crazy to think about. Now, personally, I was going to originally watch this movie because I absolutely love the series, but knowing how bad it is, I've actually decided not to. So actually do let me know in the comments below. Are you actually going to watch this? And if so, is it going to be out of morbid fascination, or have you just decided not to? Like, what's the general consensus going around in the community at the moment? Because it seems clear that people aren't watching it, despite the fact that it made very little in the box office on opening weekend, being 15 million, which is a over $100 million loss in general for the movie. So that really is just not helping matters at all. That being said, some of the main issues with the movie was that it's not particularly true to the game, in the sense that it, doesn't go heavy in gore or anything else like that, because they tried to go for a specifically PG-13 rating rather than going for the straight R rating, which they definitely should have done. The strange casting of many of the characters, among other things, the poorly done sense of humor. And I could talk about the Borderlands movie as much as I want, but the thing is that I feel like the way in which Borderlands should have made the movie to begin with, and rather than how it should have ended, what I'm going to say is how it should have been. The idea that rather than turning any of the Borderlands games into movies, the one they should have picked was Tales from the Borderlands. Because that is very much an already... How would I explain it? It very much is a... It already is a very sort of story-heavy game. So you've got the story, you've got the characters, you just need to... And you've got the writing. Sure, some little bits and pieces are going to need to be rewritten so that you don't have, dialogue choices every single second. And maybe just as a callback, you can do one dialogue choice at the end of the game. Maybe a reference to like the claptrap that you can pick to join you at the end of the... Like, you can pick your squad for the final chapter of the game in Tales from the Borderlands. And I'm talking about the original Tales from the Borderlands made by Telltale, not new Tales from the Borderlands as well. That's what it should have been. It should have just been Tales from the Borderlands, if I'm being completely honest, and just makes small references like a single choice somewhere in the movie closer to the end, and a reference to the million, whatever the currency is, claptrap. So yeah, there's a lot of good that could have been done, and unfortunately it just fell short every sense of the word. Am I still going to watch it eventually? Maybe. Maybe I might actually watch it. But with that being said, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just not really all that jazzed up to go and see it. I mean, Jack Black is Claptrap. You think that that would work, really? Like, and honestly, like in my mind, I would think that that would work as well. But it just, I mean, sure, it is what it is. Unfortunate, sad, and as with the good that we get with video game adaptations, with stuff like The Last of Us, Twisted Metal, Uncharted, and whatever have you, we also get the exceptionally bad, and in this case, Borderlands, or the Halo TV adaptation. So you know what? Could be worse. But with all that being said, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 300 subs by the end of the year. If you feel like tossing a few bucks my way, you can absolutely do that through my Patreon link in the description below. And with all that being said and done, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.